Hey guys, Chris Cooper here, founder of Execute Your Passion and #1 best-selling author of 2 books, Achieve Your Dreams and Get Shit Done. And as a lifestyle and procrastination expert, I help folks just like you stop quitting, stop procrastinating, and start succeeding in business and in life. And so today, guys, I'm super excited because I've been so busy and so involved with the kids and my business and life and all that kind of stuff that I almost missed a very important moment. And I want to thank every single one of you, specifically the LinkedIn community, for reaching out and wishing me well. The reason they're wishing me well is because I cannot believe it, but literally in a few days, my company will officially be 15 years old. That's right, 1-5. I am blown away that #1, that I've been around for 15 years. You know, I don't take that for granted. I don't believe that that is the normal thing. You know, most small businesses fail in the first year. But by the grace of God, of course, his ability to, my ability to lean on him and to really focus on my true mission, which is investing and assisting in the development of people. I've lasted 15 years and I don't even know, I'm kind of at a loss of words for what that ultimately means. So I've gotten a lot of questions and DMs and different types of things lately about entrepreneurship and about how I've been able to last these 15 years. So I wanted to put together something really quick, guys, and just like 15 quick lessons that I've learned in this last 15 years. And I've written them down, so I may look over here and glance over here just to kind of make sure I get my thoughts and my notes together. But I just wanted to be able to share a little bit more about my journey because I believe that if you you can learn a lot from other people's experiences. And people say, experience is the best teacher. I believe that other people's experiences can be the best teachers as well. So let's jump into this. So #1, and it goes right to what I was talking about. The first lesson is success leaves clues. Back in my direct sales days and direct marketing days, I remember they kept saying this over and over again, that success leaves clues, success leaves clues. But guess what? It really does. And what I've learned in these 15 years of business is that I don't have to reinvent the wheel. I can, as I would subscribe to my system, where I'm able to, S is for save, Y is for yourself, S is for stress, T is for time, E is for energy, M is for money. Save yourself stress, time, energy, and money. Because I've learned that success is a system. And if you do what successful people do, you can also have what they have, and you can do even greater things as a result of it. So never forget that other people's experiences can definitely be the best teachers. The second lesson that I learned, and this was for me, do it afraid. I want to tell you, fear is a constant companion. Fear is always around. Fear is going to be with you, but it's about us conquering that fear and doing it afraid. One of the biggest things, I jotted this note down. I said, fulfillment truly lies right outside of your comfort zone. So guess what? As they would say in Coming to America, take a chance, honey, take a chance. But do it afraid. I did that when I skydived afraid. I've bungee jumped afraid. I've trapezed afraid. And the beautiful moment on the other side of that fear is fulfillment. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that. #3, the third lesson that I've learned in these 15 years is to be present. And this definitely takes more of a personal note, because I'm not talking about just in business. I'm talking about in every aspect of your life. The biggest gift that you can give to anyone authentically, is your presence. It's the biggest gift you can give to your family, to your friends, to your clients. I say show up and not be distracted. Those are some of the critical things that are going to really allow your business to explode and for you to do some awesome things and do some awesome work for people, whether it's a product-based business or a service-based business. But definitely that #3 is be present. #4, you got to focus. See, I always talk about us. We become so, for lack of a better word, schizophrenic, and we're all over the place. And we want to do this and this and this and this and this and this. But I'm going to tell you, just like I talked about #1, success leaves clues. And the most successful people, what they do is they're able to have a laser focus on exactly what they want to do. And it's an acronym for that too. F is for follow, O is for one, C is for course, U is for until, S is for successful. Follow one course until successful. So that's hashtag no goals schizophrenia is allowed. So let's keep moving, man. Number 5, and I love this. Be authentic. Look, there are over 8 billion individuals on the planet, and nobody is exactly like you. I don't care if you're a twin, a triplet, a quadruplet, whatever. Each of us has a very unique DNA, a unique fingerprint, even the hair follicles. Everything is uniquely created for you. So enjoy it. I watched the VMAs recently. I believe it was last night. And and seeing Lizzo, who's an artist out there, just authentically be herself. She had a big butt, literally, on the stage, inflatable booty on the stage, and I thought it was so awesome because that's who she is, and she's unapologetically who she is, and she's winning because she's being authentic and she's not trying to be like someone else. One of my mentors told me a long time ago, "You were born original, so why live like a copy?" So I want to encourage you to also do the same and to understand that. The next thing, and I learned this very fast: fail fast and often. See, so many times we're afraid of failure, but if we embrace the failure, it will allow us to become better. And then that way we can succeed even faster because we've already learned what not to do. Sometimes learning what not to do is just as important as learning what to do. When I used to do a lot of career coaching, that was one thing I said, finding out what you don't want to do is just as important as finding out what you do want to do. So I want to encourage you guys to fail fast, fail often. Failure sometimes is the name of the game that you got to play in order to learn how to win. So understand that. Number 7, and I love this. These are the 3 important things that I realize were so important to me in every aspect of my life. You have to learn, you have to want to learn, you have to want to grow, and you have to want to be challenged consistently. See, you got to learn to grow, because I'm going to tell you, learning shows that you are teachable and that you're coachable and that you're open to the possibilities that the universe and God and everything else can ultimately provide. Growth is important because guess what? If you're not growing, you're dying. If a relationship is not growing, it's dying. If your career is not growing, it's dying. If your health is not improving, you're dying, literally. If your business is not growing, it's dying. So it's very important that you embrace this concept of growth and renewal. And the last thing with that one is just you got to be challenged. You got to push yourself to the limits. You got to be willing to go and do things that other people won't do to get the results that you desire, that you ultimately want. Hashtag learn, grow, push. Wow, I'm only on number 7. Jesus. Number 8. Oh, and I love this one. Get resourceful. See, so many people always talk about what you don't have. I remember one of the old movies like he got too many ain't gots. He ain't got no APT, he ain't got no CER, he ain't got no JOB, right? But I'm joking, but I'm not, because it's not a matter of what you don't have, it's a matter of what you do have. And get resourceful with even their limited resources. Make the best out of what you have created. And for many individuals, especially people of color, that has been our story our entire lives. Slaves didn't have a bunch of resources, but they were resourceful with what they ultimately had. Many of the things that we eat now was about them being resourceful. They got the scraps from the masters, they got the scraps from the slave owners, and they created food and they made it taste good and develop a palate because they were resourceful with what they had and they were grateful for that. So it's not exactly what you have, it's what you do with what you have. The next thing, and of course this is my mantra, I wear it all day across my head, it's very simple. Boom. Get shit done. And I said shit, that's right. I could be nice and say sugar honey iced tea or stuff, but I'm going to tell you the reason it's not because I'm a potty mouth, but it's because of the fact that when I say that word, it creates an emotional reaction. It grabs you and it forces you to think differently about what you're doing. Not get stuff done, get shit done and make some awesome and incredible things happen. Guess what? It's time out for waiting and watching and worrying. It's time to go get what you desire and what you ultimately want. Okay? Don't get me started. I'm about to preach to you. I'm teasing. All right, number 10. 10th lesson. Be grateful. And that is probably one of the best ones that I can even think of. You got to be grateful, guys. You got to be grateful. Gratitude, I know, is the most powerful emotion on the planet. And when you're truly at a place of gratitude, let me tell you something. And I've battled with this before. I have encountered so many people. I coach people now, on 4 or 5 different continents, thousands of people all over the world. And a lot of people battle depression. And I'm going to tell you, if you truly go to a place of gratitude, that could cure your depression. Because it's biochemically impossible for you to be grateful and depressed and sad and mad at the same time. So when you go to a place of gratitude and you realize all of the many blessings that God has blessed you with, all of the amazing friendships and relationships and opportunities, and they just overflow and they just overtake you, that's when you win. That's when you win big. And you understand that from that place of gratitude that anything and everything is possible. Why? Because you understand and you're grateful for what has already happened. Whew. And number 11, this is the 11th lesson, 11 years. Breathe and celebrate. Whew. I have 2 stickies at the top of my desk. I almost missed the 10th anniversary of my company because I was too busy grinding. Shit, I almost missed this 15th as well because I was so busy. I was so in the zone. I'm always in the lab. I'm always creating something. I'm always pushing myself to the next level. But it's one thing to push, but understand at the same time that you got to be able to breathe and you got to be able to celebrate. You got to take time for you. You got to take time to reflect, and like this goes with the gratitude piece, right? If you take time to reflect and truly be grateful for what you have, it gives you the ability to breathe and be able to celebrate in a major way. And pat yourself on the back. Good job. Don't wait for people to give you your flowers when you're dead. Get your flowers now. Smell them. They smell so good. And do exactly what's required in order to make sure that you're able to breathe and celebrate in a major way. All right, we keep rocking. Number 12, and I learned this the hard way as well. And thank you, Dr. Phil, for this one. You've got to live it up. What? What are you talking about, Chris? Yes, I talked about celebrating the last one, but you got to live it up. See, one of the problems that I had, and I don't think I'm much different than most people, but I would just get so consumed with work and consumed with wanting to be on and having to be on all the time or whatever, and I miss this whole concept of why am I taking myself so seriously? Like Dr. Phil said that, I love it. He said, stop taking yourself so damn seriously. So I'm grateful that I understand that I can live it up, that I can just stop work sometimes and just, and go, relax, I bought myself, a car right before my 40th birthday, actually my 39th birthday. And I, because I wanted it, and it was because of the fact that I wanted to live it up. I wanted to enjoy something I've worked so very hard for. And it's, it's a luxury car and all that kind of stuff. But it's not about the car. It's just about the experience. It's about being able to just live my life and live my life out loud and just live it up and not take myself, not be so tense and so stressed and so, and so in the zone all the time. It's okay to live it up, guys. Number 13, and this is huge. Embrace the process. I have family members, friends, etc., that always are looking for the shortcuts. And I'm going to tell you, the process is necessary. It's not easy, but it's necessary. And what I've learned is that, so many times you will try to circumvent the process and you'll go here, there, and you'll zigzag everywhere around when you could have just gone this way had you stayed the course, had you done what's required, had you moved forward in the right way, you could have made some awesome and incredible things happen. But instead, you decided to try to circumvent the process, and it created a process which is much longer. So I encourage you to embrace the process. Do what's required to get everything that you desire, that you want in your life. Number 14, 14th year. And this was huge for me. And I had to realize that, guess what? It's okay to ask for help. Did you get that? It's okay not to have all the answers. It's okay not to always be the go-to person. It's okay to lean on and have to rely on other individuals to fill you up, to speak into you, to help you, to coach you, to lead you. It's okay, guys. You don't have to have it all together. One of the best lessons that I learned is that, although Chris Cooper might be super, he doesn't always have to be Superman. And when I really understood that in my business, everything changed because I was able to leverage different types of individuals and different types of expertise, and then bring some things together that created explosive growth. And I'm so humbled and so honored. This is where I am today as I prepare for my upcoming Expert Industry Bootcamp. I'm blown away. It's an incredible event where I'm helping individuals that want to be, I guess, quote unquote, like me. They want to be speakers, authors, coaches, trainers, and they want to make a hell of a lot of money doing it. But also, not only the money, they want to be able to make the impact that comes along with the money. And I'm going to help them do that. That's eibootcamplive.com, by the way. Had to throw that in there. But anyway, it's very important that you understand that it's okay to ask for help. And the 15th lesson, and I try to do this in, almost like a lesson per minute, is that you got to understand, and I had to understand this, and I'm super excited that I really, really get this right now. There's power in proximity, and also there's power in partnership. And I'm about to create some awesome, guys, y'all thought this last 15 years was something. You have no idea what's about to break loose, what's about to happen as a result of what I'm working on literally right now as we speak. But I say this and I teach this, and I have to be transparent and honest, and I believed it, and I encouraged other people to do it, but I wasn't necessarily doing it myself. And what I'm saying is this: I wasn't really partnering with individuals that could really assist me in getting this vision and getting this mission out, and understanding that we can do this together. I didn't feel like I was in competition, but I wasn't necessarily opening myself up to the possibilities of seeing a combined vision come to pass and a greater impact and more people helped in a major way when we bring the 2 superpowers or 3 superpowers together to make some awesome and incredible things happen. So that's very simple. Number 15 is their power in partnership. Hashtag, as I would say, you could do it alone, but why? But why? So wow, I know that I've probably talked much longer than you probably expected, but it's very hard to sum up 15 years of business in a little over 15 minutes. But what I want to say is this: I want to thank each and every one of you, because had it not been for you, I would not be here. I do not take your support for granted. I do not take you coming to my events for granted. I do not take you buying my books for granted. I do not take you investing in coaching services and doing awesome and incredible things with it. I don't take your DMs and your emails and your text messages. I don't take any of that for granted, because I understand that everything can be taken away like that. Because at the end of the day, God is the center of my life. He's the head of my life. He's done some amazing, incredible things that he ain't done with me yet. And he gives me the ability to be able to do what I do. And I'm grateful to each and every one of you through him that he's allowed you to pour into me, so that way I can pour back into you in such a powerful, amazing, and incredible way. So, you know what, guys? Cheers to 15 amazing years. Yes, I'm going to do a celebration, so stay tuned. I'll get the information out about that, because I would love to have each and every one of you join me, and so I can just love on you and hug you and tell you thank you for your love, thank you for your support, thank you for allowing Execute Your Passion to see 15 years. Wow. Whew, I get chills when I think about it. So once again, like I said, I do not take anything for granted. I am nothing without you. I'm so grateful. I'm so honored, so blessed, so humbled that you